And every rabbi or an avrech who sees this video and understands quite simply what is truth and what is a lie, and still remains silent, not protesting or warning the others, because it's not pleasant and not worth the effort, and all sorts of excuses, he will definitely be punished as well, no doubt. As our sages taught us that Hashem wanted to wipe out the entire nation after Chet HaEgel, even though they didn't all take part in that sin. Only 3,000 people from the Erev Rav were in fact involved in making the golden calf. But since the entire nation of Am Yisrael remained silent, they were all sentenced to death as participants in the sin. And the same was true when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. Hashem passed judgment on the righteous men of the generation first, because they remained silent and did not protest. And so writes Apele Yoetz that a Jew must protest against everything wrongdoing, for if not, he or his descendants after him will be affected by this. When we are talking about something as severe as arayot, of causing the masses to sin, this is the foundation of Am Yisrael. The prophet Yeshaya delivers a prophecy during the period of the destruction of Beit HaMikdash, talking about the reasons for the destruction. Surprisingly, the prophet mentions in that passage the end of days events. And so says the prophet in the name of God regarding the important women of that generation. ויאמר השם, יען כי גברו בנות ציון, ותלכנה נטויות גרון. They were walking on the streets immodestly, proudly. ותלכנה נטויות גרון, ומסקרות עיניים, הלוך ותפוף תלכנה, וברגליהן תעקסנה. They were walking on high heels. They were walking on high heels. They were walking on high heels. squinting their eyes, sprinkling perfume around, causing men immodest thoughts. Haloch v'tafofte lecha, Rashi says, they used to tie wigs on themselves so that they would appear rude. They went with wigs and caused men to falter. The same sin then and now. Well, we've talked here mainly about the Sheitels, but one should know that a woman's entire body must be modestly covered from head to toe. Even though her hair might be covered properly with a scarf, if her clothing is short or tight, she is committing a terrible sin, just as if she didn't cover her hair properly. The same problem, no difference at all. Just like if a person is careful not to turn on lights on Shabbat, but at the same time, he's not careful about the laws of Borer, so he had violated the Shabbat, just like with turning lights on. There is no such thing as half kosher. Either something is completely kosher or it is a taref. There is no halfway point in Judaism. Either a woman is modest from head to toe or she is considered pritzke, chas v'shalom. Therefore, everyone is obligated to study in details this subject and to look for the most strict books and rulings so that they won't make any mistakes, God forbid. As our sages said, it is better to escape from 100 gates of heter in order to avoid entering one gate of isur.